How well do you know your customers, your audience? One of the biggest mistakes I see with business owners is they say, everyone needs what I have to offer. I try to explain to them that you can't market to everyone. We get thousands of commercial messages every single day, and you have to break through that noise. But how do you do it? Well, beyond the basic demographic profiles of age and gender and income and geographic location, that's just not good enough today. Years ago, I'll never forget, when I was working for the National Association of Tax Professionals, and I called their office and I said, I'm going to be coming for this training, so I need to know who my audience is going to be. Who am I going to be speaking to? And she rattled off all the demographic profiles. She said, we've got young, we've got old, we've got men, we've got women, we've got people who have just graduated from college, we've got people who are retiring from their job and starting another career. All of them. But do you know what happened when I pulled into the parking lot in Greenville, Wisconsin, and I looked out at the sea of cars and realized they all drove the same car. Yeah. Well, think about it. What kind of car is an accountant going to buy? They were practical. They had 4 doors. They were imported. They were 7 years old, and they were in a boring color. Low insurance, reasonable payments, all of those things. Of course, yes, there was one orange Mustang. There is always one orange Mustang. And if you don't like being put in a box, then maybe that's you too, the orange Mustang. But that's exactly the point. A demographic profile alone is not enough to identify an audience. We need to understand what makes them tick to be able to speak to them, what values cause them to make the purchasing decisions that they make. Because we all like to think that we are rational, and we make our purchasing decisions for some rational reason. But usually what it comes down to is an emotional reason, a value that aligns with our own values. So let me ask you again, how well do you know your customers?